é barriga, ali é problema. So, a lot of people think, wow, it's great to have a life in Europe. Everybody in Europe has money all the time, things are cheap to buy, the reality is when you know how the life is around here. A lot of my friends, they couldn't reach. Some of my friends will say, oh, but you are rich. But I'm healthy. I'm not rich. Financially healthy. Now, this is one of the last moments to invite them to come here and spend a month with us. So they can see how everything is changed. Hey Boston, how you doing, buddy? How is life treating you? Can you hear me now, motherfucker? You said you couldn't hear me. Can you hear me now? How is it now? Hey Virginia, how you doing? Morning to all of you guys. Yeah, the weather is changing out here now. So yeah, as I'm just saying, for a lot of my friends in Brazil, they think, well, you know, he's living in England, in Europe, he's very rich. Come here and spend 1 month with me, motherfucker, and then you'll see how rich I am. You know, some of my deluded friends, they would say, well, but if you're healthy, if everything is okay in your family, it means you are a rich man. I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about financially. I'm a very healthy man. You know, and I'm glad there's no illness. Fractures, yes, but not illness around my family, around my family. But you know, I don't live that dream. What people think I am. Because when we go on holiday sometimes, I wouldn't say about myself, because I'm not a reserved person. When I go on holiday, when I go to Brazil on holiday, I really don't spend much money. I don't go traveling around the country. I just go home and spend time with my family. 1 second. That's 4 and 5, 6. And because I spend time only with my family, the town where I go to see my mother and my father, my sister, is a very small place. It's just over 5,000 people living in that area. Which means if I save a little bit of money, which does not have to be much, considering I live here, let's put 500 pounds. Or just let's say I can spend 1 month in Brazil without any problem with $600-700 for my full holiday. Now, when you talk about $500-600, it's a lot of money. Of course, it's a lot of money. But comparing to what 1 month holiday in Brazil. And as I say, I stay in my parents' house. I don't have much expense. The only expense actually I have when I am there is going to the butcher and going to the shop to get some beers. And buy little souvenirs here and there, and you know, there is no things. No, I'm not traveling around. I'm not going to the beach. I'm not going to expensive place around the country. Get your ass to work, bro. Bito, hey Bito, motherfucker, how you doing? It's been a while. And where is my like Beetle? You just come here, you don't say anything, you just come annoy me, but you don't leave the bloody like in there. What's wrong with you, motherfucker? What is very wrong with you? Leave my like. So you see there's a big difference. Now, but when I get there and I go to the butcher, people, they will look at me, even without knowing what I do. They will just look at me and say, well, this guy is buying the most expensive meat in the butcher. It means he has a lot of money. Well, he's buying 2 or 3 kilos of meat. He has a lot of money. Well, he's buying beers every single day. He has a lot of money. Not knowing the money I'm taking to, well, the spending money that I'm taking, it's a big money for them, because the minimum age in Brazil, I think it was around $300 a month for a normal worker who lives in that place, in that city. Okay, so the wage is very low. So basically, if I'm taking 700 pounds, it's 2 months worth of a wage of a person who is working there. My sister, for example, my sister gets paid 1,400 reals, more or less, 300 after the deduction. And when I go there, I take around 4 grand. So of course it means like almost 3 months of her wage in there. But that will take me a week to earn that money around here. And I go to Brazil once every 2-3 years. It's not that I'm going to Brazil every year, or I go to Brazil twice a year, like some of my do. No. So I have my significant amount of money which I can save for my trip. Now the reality of Brazil, what people won't tell you is the corruption of the government will take everything, because if you are rich in a country like Brazil, you are in the paradise. You can buy everything what the money can offer you there. And the most important, the law are on the hands of those who have the money, because they can change the law, they can make the law. So, you know, sometimes I do understand when people with a lot of possession. Because some of our friends, when they go to Brazil, they go for 5-star hotels, they go to nice spa, you know, they go to the beach, they travel Brazil from the south to the north. They spend like over a month in Brazil, taking pictures showing the most expensive parts of Brazil, and it feels like they are a bunch of millionaires. Now, I know the reality of a lot of these people when they come back from the holiday, because when they are there, they are spending. When they are there, they are like pretend they are the king of the world. They pretend they are running multinational companies outside of Brazil. Do they work hard in here? Yes, they do. I won't take it away from you. The only point is they try to show kind of a reality in Brazil which they don't have over here. As I say, it's much easier to make money in England and to spend that money in Brazil. But whenever they come back from the holiday, I see them waking up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and going to clean nightclubs. A lot of these people, I see them coming back and going to wash dishes in the restaurant. What is wrong with that? Nothing. I have done that, and if I have to do it again, I will do. But why these people don't show the reality, what actually they do? But when they get to Brazil, they are on the spas, they are on boats, renting very expensive cars, pretending they are rich. This is me. This is what I do. I am just a coalman. Nothing but a coalman. Okay? So people will know when I go on holiday what I can afford, what I cannot afford. I don't want to go to a 5,000. Well, I don't want to go to a place where the population is 5,000 people with a shoot which is worth 4 or 5 months of the wage of a person who is there, work from 5 in the morning until 7 in the evening, every single day, 7 days a week. Why? What is the point? What do I need to prove? What do I need to show to these people? First, not even here, not even in England, I would use this type of clothing. Because I simply don't see what is the point. Yeah, maybe when you are young and you need to impress girls and you need to impress people around you, it's a different matter. But I don't get it. Sometimes I see some of my friends, they're 50 years old plus, but they behave like they are 15. They kill themselves working all year long, starving, eating shit, just for the sake of going to Brazil and to show people the reality they don't live. And they go to the gym, they put the six-pack on, you know, they work 4 or 5 months just to get a nice shape. Once they come back, if I send you guys pictures about few friends of mine like this, when they come back, the reality, the way they live, gosh, it's absolute awful. Not mentioning the fact, when they are in Brazil and they want to impress their friends, what do? They go around and they start talking to their friends. And this is something what has been always against. You speak one language and then you keep bringing words from another language. So they're going to be speaking in Portuguese. Randomly, they're going to say a couple of words in English just to impress their friends, to say, well, I speak English, I speak another language, I'm a very cool person. Bollocks! I know a lot of people living in England for over 20 years and they can't speak the blood English. They want to impress people outside, but when they are here, some of these people, they are all the time annoying someone, saying, well, I need to go to the bank, I need to go to the pharmacy, I need to go to the doctor, or I need to buy a car or insurance. And what they do, instead of using their beautiful language, what they know, mixing Portuguese and English and whatever else, they come after some of us lives here who can speak the language. What do they say? Ah, well, I'm having a little bit of trouble. Would you be able to help me? I don't know how to speak English. And then you start thinking, what the hell are you doing here then? Go back to Brazil. Ah, well, English is too hard. It's very difficult to learn. It's hard for all of us. It has been difficult to all of us. But a lot of people, they get accommodated when they come here because they don't want to do anything apart of, as I said, make that money to go on holiday and pretend they are rich, pretend they are a millionaire. but they don't even bother to learn the language of the country they are living for all of these past years. And this is the part which annoys me a lot. Live your life, live your life whatever you please. But make sure you can manage your own business without bothering other people. Right, just give me 1 second, I need to get some more coal. Hello, I'm back. And of course, sometimes I know I'm a little bit slow on my words. But it's simply hard when you try to help someone who don't want to help themselves. I have my own life to manage, I have my own family to look after, and sometimes you get some of this friend of yours, some of this mate, some of these people coming asking for help. So sometimes I stop what I'm doing just for the sake of trying to help some of these people, and what do I get in exchange? Quality. Okay, it's not just once or twice that I've tried and stopped my own work to help others, and at the end they are just talking behind my back. Well, I don't know what this guy is doing here, why this guy is driving such a nice car. What was this guy from the countryside, why his house is better than mine, or why his job is better than mine. I offer that to everyone who comes around me. Oh, do you think my life is better than yours? Of course it is, motherfucker, because I'm making my life to be a lot better. Don't worry, Pastor, we're always gonna help you out, my motherfucker. My favorite motherfucker. My favorite one. So, and then, yeah, I have no problem on trying to help others. I have no problem at all. But, and then you do it once, you do it twice. You help one person 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And then you start realizing, hey, hold on. How long have you been here now? Well, I've been here 5 years. Okay. And you still can't speak English? No. Right. How long have you been here now? Oh, 8 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years. And you still can't speak English? No. Okay. What can I say? I'm totally honest. Go back to your country, motherfucker. Go back home. No problem, Virginia. No problem, Paul. You both come here, bunch of motherfuckers. You both come to the UK whenever you want. I'm sending something to you, buddy. I have your full address now. I don't know if my package will reach you, but I will try. Let's see if when it gets to America, it will be okay to go to the borders. Okay, and then you let me know later what happens. So yeah, you know, after some point, and I meet people being here, having all of the opportunities that I never had. Well, life for them is much easier than what it was for me and for some of the other people who moved to the UK. Some people, they just got lucky in life. And they still do not appreciate it. Yeah, some people, they've been dragged to this country for free, have a great life, don't have to go to work, you know, whatever they do is on their own way. Money on their pockets every day, traveling whenever they want. If they want to go to Brazil tomorrow, they buy the ticket and they go. For me to go to Brazil, for me to go on holiday, God almighty, I'm gonna have to work my ass off a lot. There's gonna be a lot of sweat, tears, and sometimes blood be shed before I can make any arrangements to go on holiday. So, saying that, I will have no one coming to me and say, right, I'm paying your ticket to go to Brazil on holiday. I need to make my own arrangements. And Lord, sometimes it's hard. You know. When I say sometimes it's hard, some people will laugh at me and they say, yeah, you live in Europe. Nothing that is hard. Last time I went to Brazil, it took me, well, maybe until June to pay off my ticket, which I got my ticket around, let's say, November. So November, December, January, February, March, April, May, July. It took me 6 months to raise money to go on holiday. Now you're gonna say, well, 6 months is not a long time considering it's 3 of you going for the trip to Brazil. It's very expensive, so you get paid well. Da, da, da. Yeah. What people will not tell you, in 6 months, I was working almost every single day. I was having 1 day off every 5-6 weeks. All the time on the go, all the time working, all the time, you know, stressed. How am I gonna make my money? Cash on hand, and then come to work, doing massage, doing food, you know, traveling sometimes, driving 5, 6, 7 hours just for an extra 50 quid, you know. And then people say, oh, well, why have you done that? Because I needed that money, because I needed to go through it. Seriously, we want to go island and we want to go. I know exactly what you're saying, Virginia. To get to Brazil, it cost me only on tickets about 3,500 on tickets. Then train tickets, bus tickets, traveling money, the money you have to leave for the bills behind. So that cost me about 8 grand, 7, 8 grand. That was more or less how much it cost me. 1 second. Brazil is a very beautiful place, absolutely beautiful, you know. The problem about Brazil is full of Brazilians. No, that's one thing you would never hear me talking badly about my country. I love my country. I was born in there. I love my culture. I love my family. My family is there. My friends are there. Brazil is just a little bit difficult, you know, to live in there. Well, as I said, you are a poor person. If you're rich, if I would have, I don't even have to be rich, but if I would have 100,000 in my account, 500,000 reals in my account, if I had $100,000 in my account, I would never leave Brazil. Absolutely never. But unfortunately, I do not have that money. I don't believe one day I'm gonna have that money, so I need to survive going around. Right, guys, I'm gonna hit the roads. So nice talking to you this morning. Thank you very much, all of you who came to join the live here, and I'll speak to you guys when I come back, or for the second load, or for a little bit of training. I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye for now.